Dear students, in this video, I will be solving the math revision sheet for the final exam. First question, it says solve these equations. So we need to find the value of m. So always if I need to keep a variable alone, I need to do the opposite. So next to m, I have plus 4, and outside there's times 2, and then over 5. So the easiest thing to do is to first do opposite of divide by 5, which is multiply by 5. To get rid of the fraction. So when I multiply by 5, I will have 2m plus 4, and this is gone because I multiplied by 5, equals 2. Also, we do it on the other side. 8 times 5 is 40. Then next step, I remove the multiply by 2. How? By dividing by 2, doing the opposite. So we will divide by 2. So I will have m plus 4 equals to 20. Then last thing, do the opposite of plus 4, which is minus 4. So m is equal to 20 minus 4, 16. The next question we have x plus 1 over 3 equals to x minus 1 over 4. Here we have a fraction equal to another fraction. So the easiest way to get rid of the fractions is to do a cross multiplication. So first let me do 3 times x and 3 times minus 1. So 3 times x is 3x. Then 3 times minus 1 is minus 3. This is equals to, now I'll multiply 4 by x, 4 by 1. 4 times x, 4x, plus 4. Now we need to keep the variables in one side, the numbers on the other side. So always let the small one go to the other one. So let 3x go to the right side. And we let 4 go to the left side. And you know, when I change something from one side to another, I have to change its sign. So 4x minus 3x, when I bring this one, equals to, now minus 3 stays here. And then we have plus 4, it goes to the left, it will be minus 4. Now let's simplify 4x minus 3x, it's an x. Minus 3 minus 4, they have the same sign, it's minus 7. Then part C, it says 5 over x plus 1 minus 2 over x plus 2 equals to 3 over x plus 3. Here it's not fraction equal to another fraction. I cannot do cross multiplication directly. So first I have to simplify these two fractions. Like I have to subtract them. So they can be one fraction. So how do I subtract them? We know that in addition and subtraction, if denominators are not the same, I cannot work them out. So I have to make the same denominator. First, I will multiply here by x plus 2. And for the other fraction, I will multiply by x plus 1. You know, you multiply up and down by the same value. So first, I multiply x plus 2 by 5. So x times 5 is 5x. And then 5 times 2 is 10. Now that minus, to make the calculation easier, consider it with 2 directly. So say minus 2. Minus 2 times x is minus 2x. And then minus 2 times 1 is minus 2. Now over. Now I have to do x plus 2 times x plus 1. You know how we expand the bracket? We do x times x times 1, then 2 times x, 2 times 1. First, x times x squared. Then x times 1 is plus x. 2 times x is 2x. Finally, 2 times 1 is 2. Equals to the other fraction. Let me simplify this one first. Let me simplify the numerator. We have 5x minus 2x will be 3x. Then plus 10 minus 2 is 8. Down we have x squared. There's nothing similar, so we keep it. X plus 2x will be 3x. Now I have fraction equal to another fraction. Now we do cross multiplication. Let me first multiply 3 by that quadratic equation. So 3x squared plus 9x plus 6. So we multiply 3 by this. Now 3x plus 8 times x plus 3. How would I multiply those? These two are in bracket. So you know you should do 3x times x, 3x times 3, 8 times x, 8 times 3. 3x times x, 3x squared. 3x times 3 plus 9x. Then 8 times x, 8x. And finally 8 times 3 is 24. Now we keep x in one side, the numbers on the other side. So if I take 3x squared to the other side, it will be minus 3x squared. And here I already have 3x squared, so what will happen? 3x squared minus 3x squared will be 0. So let me take 9x to the other side and bring 24 to the left side. So here I have 9x plus 8x, 17x. When I bring 9x there, it will be minus. So 17x minus 9x will be 8x. Now on the left side, I have 6. Then 24 will go there. It will be minus 24. So 6 minus 24 is minus 18. Then how do I find x? How do I keep it alone? I divide by 8 because it's 8 times x, so I divide by 8. So x equals to minus 18 over 8. But that fraction should be simplified. So you can divide numerator and denominator by 2, or you can, since you have your calculator, you can use it. Just write the fraction minus 18 over 8 and click equal. You will get minus 9 over 4. So this is the final answer for x. Now, question 2, we have to write a linear equation and solve it. It says here, so Shakil takes X hours to run a marathon. X hours. And Andy takes 36 minutes longer. So Andy, she took X plus 36 minutes. It says the sum of their time, the sum means plus, of their times is 7 hours. Now, so I'm writing, it says write the equation in terms of X. So if I write, so for Shakil, it took him X hours. For Andy, X hours plus 36 minutes equals to 7 hours. Now the problem is here, X in hours and 36 in minutes. And 7 is hours. So the easiest way to solve this is to convert the hours to minutes. So I will multiply 7 by 60 because 1 hour equals to 60 minutes. Now let me simplify. X plus X is 2X plus 36 is equal to, now 7 times 6, 42. with the 0 backs, 420 minutes. Now, take 36 to the other side. You will have 2x equals 2. You will do 420 minus 36 because I took it to the other side. It's 384. Then I don't need 2x, I need 1x. What do? I divide by 2, 192 minutes. First part says write the equation, it's this one. Now in part B, it says solve, find their time in minutes and hours. Okay, so for x is for Shakil, okay? So x is 192 minutes. We need to make it hours and minutes together. So look, remember that 192 minutes. To convert it to hours, we divide by 60. So I will get 3 point something, okay? So it means 3 hours. So let me write for Shakil, it will be 3 hours. And how many minutes? How would I know? It says 3. 3 hours. 3 hours is 180 minutes. How much left from 192? 12 minutes. Because 192 minus 180 is 12. So for him, it takes 3 hours and 12 minutes. Now for Andy, it's 36 minutes extra. So we need to add 36 here. So she will be 3 hours and 48 minutes. Next problem. At the moment, Ravi is N years old. We have now, and we have in 4 years, like after 5 years. I mean 4 years. After 4 years, okay. So at the moment, Ravi is N years old. So Ravi is N. He is 5 years older than his brother. So I need to write equation for his brother or expression in terms of Ravi. So if Ravi is N and Ravi is 5 years older than his brother, so it means his brother is younger than him. By how many years? By 5 years. So if Ravi is N, he's the older, his brother should be N minus 5. This is now at the moment. Then they say in 4 years' time, like after 4 years. So now Ravi becomes N plus 4. It says Ravi will be exactly, so let me write it down. Ravi is in 4 years' time, will be exactly, this is equal, twice as old his brother is at the moment or now. So twice his brother now. Twice his brother now. Not plus minus. So Ravi after 4 years, he will be twice as his brother age now. Now we just expand and we solve. So n plus 4 equals 2. 2 times n, 2n. 2 times minus 5 is minus 10. Now bring n to the right side. 2n minus n is n. Take 10 to the other side. 4 plus 10 is 14. What does the question say? Find out how old Ravi is now. So, and he's n, right? So we say that R is 14 years old. Each answer you solve it, try to add the unit with it. Now, question 4. Solve these equations, quadratic equations. We said that quadratic equations can be done through the calculator. So, I will do it through the calculator, but remember that when we said when we do it through the calculator, I will do it either by factorizing or if I get a square root, I will go and do the quadratic formula. But even when I take the answer from the calculator, because I need to show my work, I have to act as if I'm doing factorizing. So let me show you how. First, I change the mode of the calculator. I'll choose equation 5. Our is quadratic, it's the third one. It asks for A, B, and C. A, B, and C. So A is 1, 1x squared. B is minus 1 because minus 1x squared, minus 1x. And C is minus 12. And always it has to be equal to 0. Then the calculator will give me two solutions, 4 and minus 3. So I write it down, but I keep space. x1 is 4, x2 is minus 3. This is how you should do it on the exam. If you directly just write the answers, you will get 0. So what do we have to do? You need to do the factorizing part. I change the sign of the answer that I got from the calculator. So I will open bracket, I will write x minus 4. And for this one, x plus 3. Between them, there is nothing. It's multiplication. And equal to 0. So you have two things multiplied, and the result is 0. What does that mean? Either the first one is 0, or the second one is 0. So how do I solve it? I write x minus 4 equals to 0, which means x should be 4 to make it 0. 4 minus 4 is 0. Or x plus 3 equals to 0, which means that x is minus 3. Now, next one, if you do it through the calculator, it will be a bit tricky for you. X squared is 6, x is minus 9, c is not given, it's 0. The calculator will give 3 over 2 and 0. Do you know how to write that 0 as a factorization? I don't think so. So let's do it as a normal factorization. I take the common factor first. 6 and 9, the common factor of them is 3. Then x squared and x, the common factor of them is x. Then I open a bracket. Now I divide everything by the common factor. 6 divided by 3 is 2. X squared divided by x is x. Then minus 9 divided by 3 is 3. X divided by x cancelled. This is the value equals to 0. Now how do I solve it? Again, the multiplication is 0. Either the first one is 0. So 3 times what to be 0? It's 0. So either x equals to 0 or 2x minus 3 is equal to 0. 2x minus 3 equals to 0. How do you solve this? Take minus 3 to the other side. 2x equals to 3. Then to keep x alone, we divide by 2. So x is equal to 3 over 2. Those are the answers also on the calculation, 3 over 2 and 0. Next, we have 3x squared plus 7x plus 4. On the calculator, 3, 7, 4. We got minus 1, minus 4 over 3. We do the factorization. It's x plus 1. Here, I cannot write a fraction in the factorization, so I have to multiply by something to remove that fraction. So it should be multiplied by 3. When I multiply by 3, the x here will be not, it won't be 3, it will be 3x. The minus I will make it plus, and that 4 over 3, if I multiply by 3, it will be 4. Equals to 0. Then either x plus 1 equal to 0, so this is the answer, or 3x plus 4 equals to 0, so this is the second answer. Now, part D, 2x squared minus 7x is equal to 15. As I said at the beginning, it has to be equal to 0. So what should I do? Take 15 to the other side. 2x squared minus 7x minus 15 equals to 0. On the calculator, 2 minus 7 minus 15. Be careful for the signs. It's 5 and minus 3 over 2. Factorizing, it's x minus 5, open bracket. The minus will be plus. Well, I times by 2 because I cannot write a fraction. 2x plus 3. Part A, 1 minus 5 minus 7. 1 minus 5 minus 7. So when you get a square root, then you cannot write the answer directly from the calculator. So you have to use the formula. What's the quadratic formula? So for x, I'll write for both 1 and for x1 and x2, it's minus b plus or minus, because x1 will be plus, x2 will be minus, square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. So this is the quadratic formula that can be used to solve any quadratic equation. Now, to make it easy for you, just write a is equal to, what is a? 1. What's b equals to? It's a minus 5. And c is equal to minus 7. Now let me apply the formula for x1. It is minus b. So b is minus 5. Minus b means the opposite of it. So it's 5. I'll use the plus under the square root. Now let the calculator here help you. B squared minus 5 squared is 25. Minus 4 times a. What is a? Is 1 times. What is c? Minus 7. Over 2a. 2 times a. So 2 times 1 is 2. Now for me, I'll change the mode again. I'll just do it under the square root just to help me. 25 minus 5 times 1 times minus 7. So we should get 53. No, this is 16. Let me do it again. Minus 7 times 1 minus 7 times minus 4. Minus times minus plus. 4 by 7. 20. Okay, this is wrong. 4. Yes, 53. So 5 plus square root 53 over 2. This is x1. Now x2, you write the same thing, but you change the sign of the square root. 5 minus square root of 53 over 2. Now let's do question F. Again, it will be quadratic. So we will do minus b. b is 9. Minus b is minus 9. Plus square root of b squared. 9 squared is 81. Minus 4 times a, which is 3. Times c, which is 5. Over 2 times a. 2 times 3, which is 6. Here, what do I write c? So c is 5. Now on the calculator, we will do 81 minus 4 times 3 times 5, which is 21. So it's minus 9 plus square root 21 over 6. Now x2 will be equals to the same thing, but you change the plus to minus. Minus 9 minus square root 21 over 6. Now, next part is solving simultaneous equations. Simultaneous equations means you have x and y, like two variables at the same time, and you need to solve both equations together. Now, the first method for solving simultaneous equation is called elimination. Means I try to eliminate, remove either x or y. So, how would I remove them? First, x or y must have the same coefficient. Like we need to decide, do I need to remove x or do I need to remove y? Let me decide here to remove y, okay? So I have 4y and 5y. Both of them, they must reach the same value. So both of them can reach 20. So I will multiply the first equation by 5 and the second equation by 4. Now let me multiply the first equation by 5. We multiply everything. So 3x will be 15x plus 20y equals to 25. Now for x times by 4, 5x times 4, 20x minus 20y equals to 40. 4 times 10. Okay, now I need to solve these two equations at the same time. Look, plus 20 minus 20. They have different signs. If they have different signs, means just add both equations. 15x plus 20x, 35x. 20 minus 20y, cancel, it's 0. 25 plus 40, 65. Then, how do I keep x alone? I divide by 35. Let me do it in the calculator so it will be simplified. 65 over 35 is 13 over 7. So is it done? Not yet. We need to find also the y value. So since now I know x value, I can substitute in any of the equations. Let me substitute in the first equation. So 3 times 13 over 7 instead of x plus 4y equals to 5. First of all, let me multiply this. 3 times 13 over 7 is 39 over 7. Now to keep y alone, I should subtract 5 minus 39 over 7. So I will do 5 minus 39 over 7 because I'm taking it to the other side. So it's minus 4 over 7. 4y equals to minus 4 over 7. Now to find y, you should divide by 4. Divide by 4, it's minus 1 over 7. This is y value. Now in part B, I need to solve the simultaneous equation, but this time I cannot like eliminate x or y. So here we will use a method called by substitution. So I know the value of y. What is it? It's x squared. So I can change y, replace it by x squared. So I will have x squared minus x equals 2. Now this looks like a quadratic equation, but bring 2 to the left. X squared minus x minus 2 equals 0. So let's solve it using the calculator. We say 1 minus 1 minus 2. So what are the x1? x1 is 2. x2 is minus 1. Is it done? No, we have to find y. So here, since I have two x values, I will have two y values. You know that, guys, y is equal to what? It's equal to x squared as given here. So now, to find the answer of x1, to y1 I mean, I should use x1 here. 2 power 2 is 4. Find y2 minus 1 squared is 1. So these are the solutions. x1, x2, y1, y2. Next. A theater has two different ticket prices. One for adults, let me name it A, and another for children, let me name it C. Party of 7 adults and 4 children cost 50. So 7 adults and 4 children, they paid 50. Then 3 adults and 6 children, they paid 30. So it says solve your equations to find the cost of an adult ticket and the cost of a child ticket. So again, this is a simultaneous equation. It has two variables and two equations. So we need to solve it simultaneously. So let me remove C. Let me eliminate C. Look, 4 and 6, both of them can reach 12. Now, some students, they will multiply here by 6, and they will multiply here by 4. But it's easier if you multiply here by 3, because 4 times the 3 is 12, and 6 times 2 will be 12. Let me multiply them. The first equation by 3, 21a plus 12c equals 250. Second equation times 2, 6a plus 12c equals to 60. Now look, 12c, 12c, they have the same sign. So here I will subtract 21 minus 6, 15a cancelled equals to 150 minus 60 is 90. Now to find a, you do 90 over 15, which is 6. Don't forget the unit, 6 pounds. And for children, you know we substitute in one of the equations, we substitute 6. Let me substitute in the second equation maybe. So 3 times 6, 18. So I got 18 plus 6c equals to 30. Take 18 to the right side, it will be minus 6c equals to 12. 30 minus 18 is 12. So divide by 6. So c is 2 pounds. Either from the beginning you say A is adults and C children, or after you find the solutions you write price of the adult ticket price is 6 pounds and for children is 2 pounds. Question 7. Solve these inequalities, then illustrate the solution on a number line. So after I solve the inequality, I need to show my answer on a number line. So how do I solve the inequality? It's a bit similar to the equation. We need to keep x alone. So first, some of the students, they will expand the bracket, they will multiply by 3. It's easier and faster to know to eliminate that 3. How? By dividing by 3. So let me divide by 3. I will have 10 minus 3x less than minus 8. 24 over 3 is 8. Then what do I have next to 3x? I have plus 10. So I will subtract 10. So now I have minus 3x less than minus 8. Minus 10 is minus 18. Now minus 18, I should divide it by minus 3. Minus 18 divided by minus 3, it's 6. But look here, guys, I divided by minus 3. Remember, in your notebook, there's a note that says, for inequality, if I multiply or divide by a negative value, the inequality will be flipped. So x is greater than, not less than, 6. Or if it is a bit hard for you, you can take minus 3x to the right side and take minus 18 to the left side. So you will have 18 less than 3x, and then you solve it. Now I need to illustrate this on a number line. You just make a line. You have one value, so write C, write 6 I mean. Now put a circle. That circle should be colored or not colored. Is C accepted or not? C is not accepted because it says x greater than 6. It has to be greater. So I don't color the circle, and greater than 6, we go to the right. So you draw that arrow. For part B, we have 3 sides, 1, 2, 3. So again, I have just to do the opposite for all of them. The first thing is minus 10. So this will be minus 15. 3x minus 12. Next step, I will divide by 3. Minus 5. X minus 4. So where's x? X is between minus 5 and minus 4. Number line. Minus 5. Minus 4. Here, uh, it says x greater than minus 5. I should go to the right. X less than minus 4. I should go to the left. So they are connected. Next one. The easiest way to solve it is to divide by 9 first. When I divide by 9, 27 will be 3 less than or equal to x minus 2. Now, take minus 2 to the other side. So, solve this question, read it from the x side. So, x is greater than or equal to 5. This is 5. Circle. This time it's colored because I have the sign equal to. Means 5 is accepted as a solution. What about x? X is greater than 5. So, we go to the right. Last one also, it's 3 sides. First, we subtract 3 minus 8, 8x, 19 minus 3, 16. Then we divide by 8, keep x alone, minus 1, x, 16 divided by 8 is 2. Always keep the small one on the left, minus 1, 2. There's no equal sign, the circle is not colored, and the answer is in between. X is between minus 1 and 2. So this is solving the question and illustrating on the number line. Now here in this question it says, write the inequality shown by the shaded region. So the shaded region are, I need to write the inequalities for L1, L2, and L3. Starting with L1, It's a dashed line, which means there's no equal sign. It goes through y. Between 4 and 6, we have 5. So this is y, and it's 5. Now, where's the region? Is it more than 5 or less than 5? Obviously, it's more than 5. So what do I write? For L1, y is greater than 5. Because the line is dashed, it means there's no equal sign. And it's more than 5. Y is greater than 5. Now for line 2, so on the x-axis, this is a full solid line, not dashed. So there is an equal sign. Also, pass it through 7, and the region is before 7, so it's less than 7. So I write x less than or equal to 7. Okay. Then line 3, it has a slope. So here, what did we say? We said first, should be memorizing the general equation of a straight line. Y equals to mx plus c. M is the slope. C is the y-intercept. I said, if you need to write the third line, first of all, find C, the y-intercept. What does that mean? Where does that line cross the y-axis at? 3. So now I know that plus C, what is it? It's plus 3. Put the x, put y equals to. Now we need the slope. This one, m, next to x. So how would I find n? We said one of the method is from C, from y-intercept, go one step to the right. Look, I was at 0, I become at 1. Then check how many steps you need to move to touch the line. We went only one step, from 3 to 4. Means m is 1, but we don't say 1x, we just say x. Now I need to know the direction. So it's down, right? Like this. So how do I make the inequality? So since the region is down, I always try to choose a random point and choose an easy point to check the region. The easiest point is always 0, 0. Is the point 0, 0 from the region? Yes, if that line is going down, 0, 0 is from the region. So what does that mean, choosing the point 0, 0 means? X is 0 and y is 0, and here I have plus 3. So since 0, 0 is included in the region, like not that region, but it's from that part, what does that mean? I should make the inequality correct. So I have 0 on the left, I have 3 on the right. So how do I make it correct? I say 0 is less than 3. Since the line is solid, not dashed, there is an equal sign. So we say that, not yx plus 3, no. We say that y is less than or equal to x plus 3. Now the second part, need to do the same thing. Now the first line, let's start with the y-intercept, which is 4. So let me write plus 4. This is x, this is y. Now I need to find the slope. How do I find it? Go one step to the right, but this time your line is down, not up. So you go down till you find it. This is one step, this is 2. So we went down by 2 steps to reach the line again. What does that mean when I go down by 2 steps? Means the slope is minus 2. Let me expand it. Minus 2x plus 4. Now I need to find the inequality sign. What do? I pick a random point, but it shouldn't be from the line. Let me pick, again, 0, 0, the easiest. And that line is going towards the point 0, 0, or that region. So I should make the inequality correct. 0, 0, plus 4. How do I make it correct? I say 0 is less than 4. So y is less than minus 2x plus 4. This is L1. Now let me do L2. L2 is the green part. This is y minus 1 because it's down. It's y minus 1. And the line is dashed. So there's no equal sign. And where's the yellow region? It's above minus 1. So it's greater than minus 1. This is L1. This is L2. Now L3, the red one. So the red one, first let's start with the y-intercept. It crossed the y-axis at minus 1. So I write instead of c minus 1, we put x, we put y, and we need to find the slope, the gradient. How do you do it? Go one step to the right. Where's the line? 1, 2, 3 steps up. So it's 3x minus 1. Now, pick a random point to find the inequality. Again, 0, 0. Look, this is the line. 0, 0 is from the region. So we should make it correct again. Instead of y, let me put 0. Instead of x, let me put 0. And here minus 1. 0 minus 1. How can I make it correct? 0 is greater than minus 1. Is the line solid or dash is solid? So put equal sign. So we say that y is greater than or equals to 3x minus 1. So till now, this is line 1, line 2, line 3. Now line 4 is very simple. Line 4 is same as the y-axis. It's the y-axis itself. And then it goes to the right. How do I get that vertical line? Remember, it's a vertical line. Vertical line means x. So we write x, 0. Now check, it's going to the right. So positive. So x is greater than 0. Is it a solid line? Yes, since it's written the same, there's no dashed line. So x is greater than or equal to 0. So these 4 inequalities will give you that yellow region. Question 9. Shape the region of a graph that satisfies the inequalities. And we have 3 inequalities. And then it says mark it with an R. So you need to mark the region R after shading it. When you're shading, don't make it like very dark. Try to make it light so it will be obvious. Now first I need to draw the lines. Let me start with the first one. Y greater than 2. This is 2. This is y equal to. I'm making a dashed line. But there's no equal sign. Y is greater than 2. Now I will just put arrows. I will not shade. Greater than 2, it has to go up. Greater than 2. Okay, the first one is done. Second one, x, let me do it in different color. X greater than or equal to minus 1. Where is x minus 1? X minus 1 is here. Then it's a straight line, solid one. X is greater than minus 1. What does that mean? Greater, you should go to the right. So till now, Where's the accepted region? It's up, right? It's only this part. Now, the last equation, or inequality, y less than minus x plus 5. Well, how can I draw that line? Any inequality or any equation that you don't know how to draw it, you need to make points in order to get it from the graph. How to get points? We make XY table. 2 points will be enough. Just consider this sign here is equal, not less, okay? Then it says y less than minus x plus 5. So just now give any values for x from your mind. Let's get, for example, whatever you need, 0, okay, and 1. Now when x is 0, you need to substitute in this equation. When x is 0, what does that mean? Minus 0, 0, plus 5. So y will be 5. Now when x is 1, 5 minus 1 is 4. Now let me put these points on the graph. X is 0, y is 5. X is 1, y is 4. Let me match these 2 points with a straight line. And do I have an equal sign? No, I don't. So the line should be dashed. Here in Zoom, it's hard to make a dashed line. I'm just to get the direction. Let me do it like this. On the top of it, let me draw a dashed line. Now let me remove it. So the green part, the green line, is y less than minus x plus 5. Okay, I draw the line. Now I need to know, is that line going up? The region is going up, or is it going down? How would I know? Again, choose a random point. Always the easiest one to simplify, to substitute is 0, 0. Now I will put, instead of x, 0, look up at the inequality, and instead of y, I'll put 0. Instead of x and y, 0. Now, I already have the inequality here. I check. If it is correct, then I will make the arrows going towards 0, 0. If the inequality is wrong, I will let the arrows go to the opposite of 0, 0 direction. Now, is 0 less than 5? Is it correct? Is it correct that 0 is less than 5? Yes, it is correct. So the point 0, 0 is accepted. It's inside the region. So I will make the arrows down. You can use the arrows instead of shading in the exam. But at the end, it says shade and mark it as R. So I need to shade the region that is satisfy all the inequalities in between. For shading, let me use a color here. So it's that part. This part that is accepted. And then it says, name it as R. So you write R inside it. So these inequalities will give me that shaded region. That satisfy all of them. Remember, if the line is dashed, it means the point is not accepted on it. If the line is solid, it means we accept the point on that line. Now, next one is the same idea, but here the numbers are a bit harder. We have fractions or decimals. Okay, let's solve the first one. X greater than or equal to 0. You know, guys, when I say X, For example, equal to 4. This is x4, you draw a vertical line. So now when I say x greater than or equal to 0, it's a vertical line, which is the y-axis. X is greater than or equal to 0. Greater, you go to the right. Now, next line, y is less than minus 1.5 x plus 2.5. Okay. Again, if you need to draw anything, you need points. To get the points, you need xy table. But here you need to get, because since I choose x, let me choose x values. That makes my calculation easier for the drawing, okay? First, let's use as x equal to 0 maybe, and 1. Now when x is 0, minus 1.5 times 0 is 0. What is left? 2.5 for y. When x is 1, minus 1.5 times 1, it's say the same, minus 1.5 plus 2.5. So 2.5 minus 1.5 is 1. You have calculator, you can use it. 2.5 minus 1.5 is 1. Let me put these points on the graph. X is 0, y 2.5. Now here between 2 and 4 there's 1 square. This square for the 3. 2.5 is between 2 and the 3, it's here. Then, this is the first point. Next point, x1, y1, x1, y1. Do I have equal sign? No. So this line is dashed. So let me make it dashed. Now, as you know, I need to know the direction. Is it up or is it down? Choose an easy point, 0, 0. Put here 0 and put here 0. Is it true that 0 is less than 2.5? It is true. So that region, it will go through, it will go toward the point 0, 0. So to now, where's the accepted region? It's here. Now we continue with the third line. Here you have x plus 1 over 3y is less than or equal to 1. XY table. Now here, which one is harder? Look, x and y are on the same side. So here, you choose the hard one and you give values for. Which one here is harder? Y, because it's 1 over 3y. So here in this table, I will give values for y and then I will find x, which is fine. The first value for y I will give it is 0. Now look guys, when y is 0, so this is 0. So 0 plus what to get 1 is 0 plus 1. So x is 1. Then choose an easy value for y. Okay, this 1 over 3, the easiest way is to multiply it by 3. So it will be 1. So instead of y, I would put 3. Why, guys? Let me show you. Because I have 1 over 3y. So 1 over 3. And I said the easiest point for y is to make it 3. So it will be 1. Now, when y is a 3, so 3 times 1 over 3, the total here will be 1. So 1 plus what to get 1? It's 0. So we get the points. x1, y0, x1, y0, it's here. The next one, x0, y3, it's here. And it has an equal sign, so a straight line. No. Is it up or is it down? How do I check? I choose a random point, 0, 0. Let's check, is it correct or is it wrong? 0 plus 0 is less than 1. Is that correct? Yes, it's correct. So the region is down. So where's the shaded region here? Did we forget anything? It's greater than or equal to 0. Here. This one we did it, and this one. Okay. So let me color the region. So this is the shaded region that is accepted between the arrows, as you can see. What do I do here? We write R, because it says mark it with an R. Okay, done with the inequalities. Now, next unit is circle. Find the circumference and area of each circle. So make sure that you memorize the formula for the exam. And you should write it when you show your work. Now, for circumference, we have two formulas. There is C equals to 2 pi r, and there is C is equal to pi d. Now here, what is given? R is given. So I will use C is equal to 2 pi r. When I say 2 pi r, it means 2 times pi times r. 2 times, let's write the answer directly. What is r? R is 20. Okay, 2 times pi times 20. On the calculator, 2 times, look guys, to write pi, it's shift, and then you go down to this times 10 to the power of x, because pi is here. So 10 times pi times 20, you will get 40 pi. Now, is the question says, keep your answer in terms of pi? Let's check. After the question, I wrote 3SF. What does that mean? No, it means rounded to three significant figures. Doesn't mean that keep it in terms of pi. So you click that SD to make it decimal. I need it to be three significant figures. You count three numbers, 1, 2, 3. That 5 should be the last number. How do I do the rounding? I look one number behind it. 6. Is it round up or down? It's round up. So 120, not 5, 26. If you forget the unit, you will lose marks. The unit is centimeter. Now it says find the circumference and then the area. Now I need to find the area of that circle. Area is equal to, what's the formula? Pi r squared. Which means pi times, what is r? 20 square. On the calculator, 20 square times pi. Again, it's not in terms of pi, it's three significant figures. So 1, 2, 5, we're looking at the 6, it's round up. So it'd be 1,260. You should put 0 instead of that 6. 1,260. Guys, keep your answer logical, okay? We said it's round up. The number is 1,256. So it has to be more than 56. So 1,260. The unit, centimeter. Since this is a circle, since it's an area, has to be, the unit has to be square. So 1,260 centimeters square. Now for the second part, R is not given. The whole thing is given. This is called diameter. Diameter is 64. Now to find C, we said there's two formula, 2 pi R or pi D. pi times d. So you just do pi times 64. Three significant figures, 201. What's the unit? Millimeter. Now we need to find the area. What's the formula of the area? The same thing doesn't change. Pi r square. Okay, but here I don't know r. I know the diameter, d. How do I find r? We said r is d over 2, which means 64 over 2. It's half of it, basically. So it's pi times, what's half of 64? It's 32. On the calculator, pi times 32 square equal to this. Three significant figures, 3,200. We underline 1, 6 round up. 3,220. Unit, millimeters square. So again, memorize the formula, write it down, and show your work. Question 12. The circumference of a circle is 88. Find the diameter of the circle, and again for three significant figures. So since circumference is given, let me write the formula. And then they said diameter, so let me use C equals to pi times D. Now substitute. Do you know C? Yes, it's 88. You know, guys, how to keep D alone, how to make D the subject. I will divide by next to it. I will divide by pi. So D is equal to 88 over pi. Let me write it down for you. The answer should be three significant figures. 88 over pi. 28.01, so 28.0. You can write it as 28. Did they give any units? Yes, centimeter. Question 2. The area of the circle is 1.72 meter. This should be square. 1.72 meter square. Find the radius of the circle. Area is 1.72 equals to pi times r squared. First of all, how can I keep r alone? I divide by p. So r squared is equal to, well, no, we divide by pi. So r squared is equal to 1.72 over pi. Let me do it in the calculator. 1.72 over pi. I get this value. So is it r? Is it the radius? No. This is r squared. What should I do? I should, after that, take the square root. How do I do that on the calculator? Look, the calculator can keep in its memory the last answer. So remove it. Then say the square root of the answer. Means I square root the r square. Now three significant figures, 7, 3, 9. And the previous one is 9. So that 9 will round up. This one will add 9. So 7, 3 is not 10, okay? So 730, it gives the 1 now to the next number. So 740. 0.740. This is three significant figures. Unit, meters. Careful, area is meter square, but radius is meters. Next question. We have this shape. It says, find the perimeter and area of this figure. Was it in terms of pi? No, this one. So if it's not mentioned, we make it three significant figures. Okay, what is perimeter? Perimeter is we add all the sides. This is 10. This is 6. And do I add the inside one? No, only the outside. Now I need to know this one. This is a semicircle, half of the circle. So if I find the circumference and I divide it by 2, I will get that part. So perimeter is equal to 6 plus 10 plus, now look guys, I need to do the circumference, pi d, and it's not the full circumference, it's half of it because this is a semicircle. Let me do it in the calculator. 6 plus 10 plus, now fraction, pi times d. What is d? Is 8. And then over 2, because it's a semicircle. 28.56, so 28.6. 28.6 unit centimeter. Is it square? No, it's perimeter. Now I need to find the area. How do I find the area? First, you find the area of the triangle, and then plus, you find the area of the semicircle. So area is equal to, what's the area of the triangle? Memorize it. It's base times height over 2. Base times height over 2 plus, what's the area of the circle? Pi r squared, but over 2 because this is a semicircle, half of it. Let me do the substitution in red. The base of the triangle is 8. The height of the triangle is 6 over 2. And what is r? Look, the diameter is given 8. R is half of it, which is 4. So R is 4. Now on the calculator, 8 times 6 over 2. This is the area of the triangle, plus pi times r square, 4 square over 2. Three significant figures, 41, 49.1. 49.1 unit centimeter squared. It has to be squared because it's an area. Next part. For each sector, sector means radius. Radius and part of it. So we are taking part of the circle. I'm taking part of it. For each sector, find in terms of pi, no significant figures. In terms of pi, we will keep pi. The perimeter and area. The perimeter and area. Let's check how do I find the perimeter. Guys, this is radius. Always in the sector, we have radius. This is 3. So you know that radius is like radii or radius, the plural of it radii, is equal. So this is 3 and this is 3. Now I need to add this part. This part is a small slice, a small part of the circumference. So what do I do for the perimeter? I say it's 3 plus 3 plus. Now how do I say part of the circumference? The circumference is pi. Since here it's r, it's 2 pi r. It's 2 times pi times what is r? 3. Look, 2 pi r is the full circumference. I need to tell that it's part of it, not all of it. How do I tell? It's from the angle. The angle is 60. So I didn't take the full circle, I take 60 degree of it. Do we know the full circle how much it is? Yes, it's 360. So what do? You multiply by that part, 60 over 360. Let me do it on the calculator. 3 plus 3 plus 60 over 360 times 2 times pi times 3. Here, I guess we will have a problem. I guess the calculator will not give us the answer in terms of pi. Let's try. Yes, the calculator made it decimal, but the question says in terms of pi. So what do? I do it part by part. 3 plus 3 is 6. Plus, now the part that has pi, I will do it alone on the calculator. So let me remove 3 plus 3. You get the answer in terms of pi, and actually, after all the simplification, it's pi. So you write it here next to that number. So what's the perimeter? It's 6 plus pi. In this question, when we say write it in terms of pi, trust me, many of the students, they forget the units because of the pi. So you should write after this meters. And it has mark to write the units. Now area, again, I'm not finding the area of the whole circle. No, I'm finding the area of only that part. What's the formula for the area? Pi times r squared. Now times that part only, 60 over 360. Now let's do it on the calculator. 60 over 360 times pi times r squared. What is r? 3. 3 squared. It's 3 over 2 pi. Meter square, because it's an area. Now, let's solve the second part. Also, they need perimeter and area. So, radius is 12, radius 12, and I need this part. But here, they made a small trick. They gave me the angle outside. They said the angle outside is 150. I don't care about the one outside. I need the one inside, the blue part. How would I do it? We know that the circle is 360. So you do 360 minus 150 is 210. So it means this angle is 210 degrees. So now, in my mind, I ignore this. I don't need it anymore. Now we need to find the perimeter. As I said, do the radius alone. 12 plus 12 plus. Now the rest, do it on the calculator. What's the angle here? 210 over 360 times pi times. Now let's use 2 pi r. So times pi times 2 times r, which is 12. So this one, do it manually. 12 plus 12, 24. Plus, now to get pi, do this only on the calculator. 210 over 360 times 2 times pi times r. 14 pi. Unit centimeter. Now for the area again, I'm not taking the full area, I'm taking 210 of the circle times pi times r squared, which is 12 squared. Do it on the calculator. 210 over 360 times pi times 12 square r squared. 84 pi. Unit centimeter square. So this is keeping the answer in terms of pi. Only if it is mentioned like this. If it is not mentioned, then you should make it 3 significant figures. Now last part, work out the labeled angles giving your reasons for each answer. For each answer, you should mention the reason why. Now, before I go through this question, I added one page for the worksheet. Let me go through that one page. Actually, it's a reminder for the theorems for you to memorize because we need to give reason for each answer. Alternate segment. When do I have alternate segment? When I have a tangent line, look, outside the line that touches the circle at one point is called a tangent line. When I have a tangent and a chord, look, it cut the circle, it cut that arc of the circle. Look, this is the arc. And check the angle B. Look, it also cuts the same arc. So it makes these two angles equal. What do we call them? Alternate segments. So if you just write they are equal alternate segment, I'll accept that. Next one, angle at the center is twice the angle at the circumference. Angle on the center is twice the one on the circumference. Double it like it's times 2. But look, these two angles, they have the same R, which is dB. Next theorem, angles in the same segment are equal. Either you can say same segment or you can say subtended by the same arc. It's fine. Look, this angle subtended by this arc and this angle subtended by this arc. So we say the same segment, they are equal or subtended by the same arc. Next theorem, the angle in a semicircle is 90 degrees. What does that mean? Look at that angle here. This is the arc of it. And the angle in the middle, it's a straight line. So you know if the angle is straight line, 180, the one on the circumference should be half of it, should be 90. How do we prove that? Or how do we say the reason? We say subtended by a semicircle. Subtended by a semicircle. Now we said if I have a chord and the line comes from the center, cuts it into half, it will make a 90 degree. Then cyclic quadrilateral, when you have quadratic shape inside a circle, we know that the quadratic shape is 360. But here, what do we know extra? We know that opposite angles added up to 180. So this angle plus this angle is 180. This angle here plus this angle here, if you add them together, it should be 180. Like opposite angles, if you add them, it's 180. Last theorem, if I have a tangent line and they have a radius, they are perpendicular, they create 90 degree. Then at any point outside the circle, you can draw two tangent lines. Those two tangent lines are what? Are isosceles. Okay, those two lines are isosceles. This side is equal to this side. What else? If you draw a radius, it makes a 90 degree. Now let's use all these theorems to solve our questions and mentioning the reason. Question 1, let me zoom a little bit for you. I need to find x and I need to find y. Look, some of the reasons I will just say them, I will not write them. So I have a tangent line, it's called T, and I have a radius. What does that mean? We said tangent and radius are perpendicular. So you say angle X is 90 degree. No degree, what's this? The unit, 90 degree. Y, you can say tangent, radius, let me write some of them. Tangent and radius are perpendicular, which means 90 degree. Okay, guys, if I know that, and by the way, some questions, there are many ways to solve it, so it doesn't have to be the one that I did is the only one correct. Now, X is 90, this is 29. How do I find Y? I know that the sum of the angles in the triangle is 180. So how do I find Y? You do on the calculator, 180 minus 90 minus 29. If you subtract these two angles, so it's 61. Right is 61 degree. You can say that angles in the triangle added up to 180. Next one, you see, just from the shape that you can see, two tangent line are equal. So from a point outside the circle, we draw two tangent lines. This side is equal to that side. Now they need me to find X and they need me to find Y. Okay, now look. First, let me start with that small triangle. I have this angle 130. This side is equal to that side. Why? These two lines are radius. Radius, radius. What does that mean? Now this triangle here, the small one, is an isosceles triangle. What does that mean? Isosceles triangle has two sides equal and two angles are equal. So now how can I find these two angles? I do 180 minus 130. So I will get the sum of both of them. So if I divide it by 2, I will get each one of them 25. So we say this is 25 and this is 25. Now look, tangent line and radius, it's a 90 degree, right? So how do I find X? It's 90 minus 25. 90 minus 25, which is 65. What does that mean? This is 65. This is 65. How would I find Y? You know, in a triangle, the sum of the angles is 180. So 180 minus 65 minus 65, which is 50. So Y is 50 degree and X is 65 degrees. Now, so some of the students, they think that I have two angles from the circumference and they think that these two angles subtended by the same arc. Look, this angle has this arc, this angle has the same arc. So the students, they will think that they are equal. They will think it's that theorem. Here, these two angles are equal, but no. Center and circumference, you need to be careful. This is drawn from the center, this is from the circumference. So I has to be twice that angle. So I write I equals to 44 times 2 equals to 88 degrees. What's the reasoning? What do I write? Angle from the center is twice. So 44 times 2 is 88. Now, next, which one should we do first? Let's do it in alphabetical order, okay? So angle E. Always first thing when you are doing this kind of stuff, try to find the arc of the angle E. This is angle E. Where's the arc of it? This one. Okay, check. Do we have another angle coming to that arc? Yes, we have 42. What does that mean? E is equal to 42. Now let me check F. What's the arc of F? This one. Do I have another angle also coming to that arc? Yes, look, 45. So F is equal to 45 degrees. Now what about G? This is the arc of G. And also angle 51 has the same arc. So angle G is equal to 51 degrees. So either we say same segments are equal, or angles subtended by same arc. Next, we have an isosceles triangle, 108, and I need to find P. First, since I have the isosceles triangle, let me find these two angles. It might be helpful. So you know in isosceles triangles, two angles are equal. So 180 minus 108 is 72. These two angles together are 72. Divide by 2, 36. This is 36, and this is 36. Now let's check the arc of P. This is the arc of P. Do I have angle coming to here? Yes, 36. So we say that angle P is equal to 36. Why? What's the reason? Again, subtended by the same arc. Now, next question. We need to find R and S. Let's start with S first. It's the theorem. Look, it has this R, the angle 92 and S. But this is from the center, so the one on the circumference has to be half of it. So we do 92 divided by 2, 46. So S is 46. Why? Because angle on the circumference is half of the angle of the center. Or you can say, still you can say that angle of the center is twice. So this one is 46 degree. Now angle R. Look, let's look at the small triangle. This is radius and this is radius. So it's an isosceles triangle. So what do I do? 180, the triangle is 180 minus 92. So 88. R and this angle is 88 over 2 is 44. So angle R is equal to 44 degrees. The reasoning, you can say that isosceles triangles, two equal angles. Next, we need to find G and H. Let me find G first. So here we have quadrilateral shape. What do we know about quadrilateral shape? Opposite angles added up to 180. So I say that G is 180 minus 54. 126 degree. Opposite angles added up to 180. This is the reasoning for G. Opposite angles added up to 180. Now I need to find H. Same thing, look, you have isosceles triangle. So you do 180 minus 126 is 54. So H and this angle is 54 divided by 2 is 27. But when you do it, show your work, show the calculation. Now, here I have a tangent line. And with that chord, it cuts the circle at that arc. And it makes an angle 29. So, do I have another angle coming to here? So look, angle J, it cuts the same arc. So what do I say? I say that angle G is equal to 99 degrees. What's the reasoning? We just write alternate segment. Now we need to find K. Here you need to explain that this is 90 degree. Why this is 90 degree? And look, just mention your reasoning, you can call it, for example, X. So you write here, angle X is equal to 90. Y subtended by semicircle. So now J is 29. This is 90. How do I find K? Very easy. The triangle is 180 minus 90 minus 29, 61. Angle K is equal to 61 degrees. And the reasoning, triangle is 180 degrees. Last one, it says those points are on the circumference. O is the center of the circle. PR is the diameter. This angle is given 56. It says, find the size of the angle PQR. PQR. This angle here. Look, PQR, where's the arc of it? It's subtended by semicircle. So PQR is 90 degrees. Then find the size of the angle PRQ. PRQ. It's here. Let's check where's the arc of this angle. It's from P to Q. Also, this angle has the same arc. So we say that this angle is equal to 56 degree. Why? Subtended by the same arc. Now, POQ. POQ. Here you have to draw this. So this angle is needed, POQ. What's the arc of POQ? This is the arc of it. I have another angle have the same arc? Yes. S. So look, S is 56 and it has this arc, and angle O has the same arc. But what? This angle is drawn from the center, which means the angle of the center is twice. So what do I do? 56 times 2, 112. So we say that this is 112 degrees. Why? Because the angle of the center is twice the angle on the circumference. So make sure that you memorize the formula for the area, perimeter, circumference, the circle theorem, because your reasoning is very important to answer. So hope this video will help you for your final exam, and good luck.